Hi YouTube, this is Kristen, formerly C-Love LPN, and I'm having to re-record this video because the first video that I recorded just 5 minutes ago I did with the sound turned off. Okay, so I'm having to re-record this video. But anyway, as you can tell from the title, I passed my boards. I'm an RN now. Yay, I'm happy. Very proud and just relieved that I can kind of close the chapter on this whole experience. So now let me rehash what I just recorded. I can't believe I did that. Alright, so I graduated June 5th, and we had only about 41 people graduate, and we had about 100 people start with us at the beginning of the year. So as you can see, it's like really cutthroat, and we only, like I said, had 41 people graduate. I graduated with an 89.45%. We don't do GPAs per se, like averages. Well, it's an average, but it's not like a 3.0 or 3.2 or whatever. It's in percentages. So anyway, it was an 89.45, which is about a B average. So, like I said, not too bad considering that I worked full time the entire program. So it is what it is. B's get degrees too. What can I say? I took NCLEX. I'll tell you all about that. To me, the NCLEX wasn't as bad as people said it was, or they always make it seem like it's so terrible, and it's very passable if you prepare. So I will get into NCLEX a little bit more in a second here, but it did take a while to get the ATT. It seems like it took longer than it did for my LPN. It took like 3.5 weeks, which I was like climbing on pins and needles because at that point I just wanted to take my test and get it done and over with and just move on with my life. So yeah, it seemed like it took forever. But I did finally receive the email ATT on the 17th of, I'm looking down because I have my notes written here, as you can probably tell. But anyway, I did get my ATT on the 17th of June. I scheduled my test on that day. I got the closest test date that I could get, and I mean, I searched on Pearson VUE for across all the testing centers in Florida. Like, I searched all the testing centers for the nearest date that I could get for NCLEX, and the nearest date that they had was on the 23rd, which means I didn't meet my goal of taking NCLEX before I turned 30, which was on June 20th. So I kind of bit. I took my test 3 days after, on the 23rd at 8 o'clock in the morning. It was a 2-hour and 45-minute drive from my house to the testing center, which was clear across the state. I live on the east coast of Florida, and the testing center was on the west coast of Florida. So that was a 2-hour and 45-minute drive. I was calm. Not 100%, but I would say about 90% calm. That other 10% probably manifested in not getting any sleep the night before boards. I did not sleep a wink before boards. So, and my test was at 8 o'clock in the morning. So even though I was a smidge nervous, I guess, I was still mostly calm about it. I said a prayer prior to sitting down and taking the test. And then I began. I took the test, took my time, and carefully read the questions. It just didn't seem as hard as people made it out to be. And I don't want to sound cocky or condescending when I say that, but like I said, I know that I did prepare well. When I graduated, from the time that I graduated to the time I took my boards, I never failed in doing 200 questions a day. I did 200 NCLEX questions every day without fail. Working or not working, I don't care if I had a ton to do or nothing to do. I was constantly doing questions. So I really think that helped me in my confidence on test day. So yeah, I finished in about an hour and 40 minutes, an hour and 30 minutes, something like that. And it cut off at 75 questions. So, and I said a prayer right after I took it and said, thank you, Jesus, it's over. Drove back across the state to the East Coast where I live. Excuse me. And then I did the Pearson VUE trick. Got the good pop-up. I'm sure you guys know what Pearson VUE trick is. Yeah. So I got the good pop-up, which made me feel like I passed. I kind of had an inkling that I did okay anyway, but the Pearson view trick kind of reassured me, even though it's not 100% accurate. I mean, nothing is 100% until you get your results that said you passed. But it's a good thing I didn't have to wait too long, because, like I said, I took my test Monday at 8 o'clock in the morning. Tuesday by 10 o'clock, when I checked the Board of Nursing website, it said that I passed. So I found out the very next morning. And then the day after that, on the 25th, which was Wednesday, I got my license number. My license, well, I didn't get my license in the mail yet, but my license number appeared on the Board of Nursing site. So it is official. It is official. I'm a registered nurse, and I can officially close this chapter in my life. Thank you, Jesus. All right, so a little bit about how I prepped. I think I did tell you in the last video how I was going to study, or how I'd been studying, and nothing has changed. I didn't take a review course. None of that stuff. All I did was NCLEX books and did tons of questions. Tons. From Saunders, from Mosby, Sandra Smith, Davis, Hogan, the Hesse prep book, Lippincott, and ATI. And that's really all I used to study. I've talked to classmates that have taken the test, and everybody has passed so far. And I'm talking about, I think I've talked to at least 20 classmates, and all have passed. That is one thing about this school. I may have my beef with them about how they run things. You know, to me it was a little disorganized in how it was run and things. But let me tell you, between SATs and integration and leadership, which in my opinion was basically just an NCLEX prep course in disguise, I feel like we were well prepared. The school prepared us for the NCLEX, and it's showing in people passing. So I just couldn't be more happy. I'm just over the moon that finally, after a few years of, you know, of whatever, that I'm a RN. I'm very stoked. So now begins the job search. Of course, I went to RN status. As soon as I found out, I called my job and said, I'm an RN. So on Monday, it's a Saturday night. Can you believe I'm home on a Saturday night? Can you believe that? That's crazy, but 'tis my life. Went out today and did my, you know, shopping, and took in a movie, and just gonna make it a night in on a Saturday night. So I guess I'm a square. What can I say? But anyway, so I'm going into RN status at my job that I'm currently at now. But I mean, I hope they don't hear me, but it's really not somewhere I intend to stay, but it's good to have, obviously, stay at this job until I do find my ideal RN job. What else? So that's what I'm doing right now. As soon as I got my license number, I started applying to jobs in person and online. Definitely going for the new grad programs that are in my region. That's like the 5-county area. That's like would be the holy grail, is to get into a new grad program. But I'm not leaving everything else out. I'm still applying to nursing homes and home health, like visiting nursing agencies and clinics and whatever else. You can't be choosy in this market. It's very tight market, and just not beggars, but you just can't be choosy in this job market. So, and that is about it. A word of advice to people that are still in school, nursing students that are still in school. It may seem tedious, and may seem like, what is the point of it all? You just feel like bogged down with just endless amounts of busy work and studying and tests and whatever else. Just know, and I know it sounds cliche, because I was just like, yeah, whatever, whenever I heard this as a student, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And all of this will be worth it once you see your name on your Board of Nursing website with your license number next to your name. All of the crying, the tears, the stress, the sacrifice will be well worth it. I promise you. The feeling that you get knowing that all the hard work paid off is just, it's invaluable. So just keep on in there. You'll make it. You'll make it, and you'll be an RN. So awesome. Also, real quick before I end this video, Kim T25, who I love. I love her channel. I'm surprised that she, excuse me, I'm surprised that she even looks at my channel. I'm just flattered that she even sees my videos. She requested a study tips video, I guess study tips on how to succeed in nursing school. So I'm definitely going to do that. It won't be tonight, but it'll probably be in the next few days. I'm going to do a combination video of the benefits of being, okay, how do I word this? How being an LPN was definitely a benefit to me in my nursing program. So it'll be on that, and then study tips on how my study tips, or really not even study tips. I can't give, because like what works for you is not going to work for me, and vice versa, I guess. Or what works for me is not going to necessarily work for you. So like I said, I'll do a combination video of how being an LPN was a benefit to me in the RN program, plus what I did to study to be successful in the program. I'm trying to think of what else. So that's basically it, you guys. That was my update. I did pass. I'm an RN. Yay. As far as what's on NCLEX, I'm not going to be too specific because I just don't want to violate any rules or laws that NCLEX has in place. But know your select all that applies. You can't know your select all that applies, but there are select all that applies, and I'm not talking about just a few. I had a lot of select all that applies on my boards, so just know how to answer those because they're on there. And just think about it. If it doesn't make sense, if it doesn't apply to the question, don't pick it. Don't pick that choice. And that's basically all I can say about that. If it doesn't make sense, if it doesn't apply to the question, don't pick it. Know your management, leadership and management. Know about, like, I'm talking about like the quality assurance, quality improvement, those different concepts that you studied in management class. Yeah. Also know, also delegation, that's on there as well. So just know those things for sure because they're on there. Also cardiac rhythms and the interventions for those different rhythms, the dysrhythmias, things like that. Cardiac strips, definitely know those. I got a few of them on the boards. But I'm trying to think of what else I need to tell you. That's really it. I think I covered everything that's on my little outline here, so this will end the video. I don't want to go over 15 minutes. I will come back with the video that I promised that's coming in a few days, and also after that I want to let you guys know about what's happening, like what type of job I get as an RN. Hopefully it'll be sooner than later. And I will also give you, I guess, updates about like further educational endeavors. That was like one of my goals that I set out when I made this channel, is that I wanted to also, as soon as I was done with the ADN program, I wanted to enroll in a BSN program, whether it be in person or online. So it probably won't be until the first of the year, once I have everything established and settled with a job situation and everything. So look out for that as well. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. Welcome to my new subscribers. I noticed that I do have a few more than last time, so that's good. And I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye-bye.